Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Make a Playlist. I am your host, Kenton, and with me as always, is my co-host, Victoria. How's it going, Victoria?
Going good. Happy May. I can't believe we're in May. Like, we're almost halfway through the year.
I know, right?
We had a little Cinco de Mayo just last week.
Yeah, it was Star Wars Day, too, May the 4th.
Oh, that's true. Yep. And Labor Day, Memorial Day is coming up. That extra day off. We love that for us.
2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait.
Today's Mother's Day.
It is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, even though this might be posted. No, it will be posted later, after.
Yeah, I am not editing this tonight.
Yep, the optimism. But happy Mother's Day. We celebrate moms every day because moms are the best things in the entire world. We love y'all.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. I love my mom.
Yeah.
And I like your mom, too. She's really sweet.
My mom's a saint for what she has to put up with sometimes.
Love it. But yeah, so why don't you get a little intro on what we're doing today?
Yeah, so we're doing something kind of different today. I thought it'd be fun where we gave each other artists to find songs that we like by that artist, kind of recommending each other stuff. Mm-hmm. Because I like recommending people music. I like people recommending artists to me. So I thought it'd be fun thing to do.
Yeah, I really thought it was a fun, because like if you've been following along with this podcast, we usually recommend specific songs, and we'll talk about like the artist, and I feel like I probably have like a couple repeated artists that I'm always like talking about.
I do too.
So like we have our favorite artists, and it's kind of cool to do a little more of a dive into that artist instead of just taking like somebody for what they like, a song they recommend. It's going out and finding your own song and kind of listening through, seeing the artist style. And like in my case, and we were talking a little bit before we recorded, I was looking for ones that didn't have, like the millions and millions of views, like, because you can always go to YouTube and find the most popular song. Like that's easy and doable, right. But it's fun, like kind of digging beyond that. And I was also kind of going for songs I thought sounded a little bit different than the rest of them that I was hearing. I
tried that for a couple of yours that you gave me too.
Yeah, and I know like sometimes it's a little tricky because artists have their style, and some of their like the songs don't all sound like the same, but they all have that similar like aura to them. So it was kind of fun digging and clicking through and finding that one that you're like, ooh, that's different than what I've been hearing. So yeah.
Yeah. It's also fun because we have widely different tastes in music too, so it's kind of fun to like learn other artists that I never would have even heard of. Like I haven't heard of most of the artists you sent me.
Yes, it is awesome, and I haven't heard of most of the artists you sent me. I've heard of Giveon, but aside from that, I think I'd also heard of.
I didn't send you Giveon.
You didn't send me.
You gave me Giveon.
Oh yeah, no. You're right. Yeah, I did give it to you. Sorry.
Yeah, I never heard of him before.
That's so funny. Yeah, I was listening to like all the songs that you picked, and then I had it all confused. But
yeah, you're fine.
That's so funny. Yeah, yes, I love Giveon, and the song that you picked is really cool. So people can't wait to talk about it.
It was.
But yeah, I hadn't heard of. I feel like I've heard of I don't want to mispronounce
Jamiroquai.
Yeah, I've heard the name. And I feel like I've heard like the most popular song. I can't remember what it was, but like when I heard it, I was like, "This seems familiar." But I really like the style.
I talked about it in the first episode. It was one of my top 10 songs.
Okay.
Virtual Insanity.
Yep. All right. Cool. I'm like, where have I heard this? And that was it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll start off with. The first one I gave you was Jamiroquai.
Cool. So I ended up picking Space Cowboy. And I had gone through maybe like 5 or 6 different songs. And he has a very distinct style, of course, like very funk-esque, like a little EDM, it just seems like very much a fusion of many different genres. But this one, it was kind of more on the chill side. It had the nice like R&B chords, love R&B in this house. And I was like going through the lyrics, and I really like how like poetic he is with I'm assuming all of his songs. I'm sure this wasn't the one instant where he like got down on them lyrics, but yeah, I really, really enjoyed this one. It was that nice like smooth.
Yeah, they're a band. I really like. Surprised they're actually a band, not just one guy. But
okay, love that.
the guy, his name is JK, I think is his name.
Yeah,
and like he's who everyone knows about as Jamiroquai. So I usually don't correct people when they say him because that's
because
he
it
is
looks.
the
I'm like,
band
I
pretty
didn't
much.
see you. It didn't present as a full band, but okay,
Yeah.
cool. Now I know.
Yeah, but I really, yeah. They call their genre acid jazz, which is actually a pretty good description of what they do. I feel like
actually, and that's perfect.
yeah, and he's got a great voice. He's an amazing dancer. Mm-hmm. So he's got cool hats on.
We love those qualities in a performer. You gotta have a good hat.
Yep. Yeah, I watched some of their live videos, and I would love to see them live someday.
Are they like still touring? Or
I think so. They're English, so I don't know if they come over to the States very often at all anymore. I'm not entirely sure.
yeah, interesting. Because I saw that most of their videos were a little on the older side, so I wasn't sure if they were still together. They're still
their heyday was definitely like the mid to late '90s was like their heyday.
Yeah, I could see that, and I loved because of the age of them, like the music videos had that really cool like aesthetic to them. Like you could just I don't know, it gave that nostalgic vibe when they were like integrating
they're a band
technology.
they're a band that I always thought that you would be into. Honestly, like I always thought you would kind of dig them just because of their style and their sound.
Yeah, no, I was enjoying them, the songs that I was like hearing from them, and I had initially picked one. I can't remember the name of it, but then like this one came on like next, and I'm like, oh no, this one's the one. This one's my favorite so far. So,
yeah, I never realized that this song "Space Cowboy" was about drugs until like this morning. You sent me the song. I never paid attention to the lyrics on it.
Yeah, I have the lyrics pulled up like in front of me right now, and yeah, definitely about drugs. I didn't know that till today either, because this was also the first day that I heard the song. So we're both on the same page, kind of.
Yeah, so far I've heard that song 1,000 times.
Yep. How does it feel to be like me, where you hear a song a million times, never really figured out what it was about, and then one day you're like, oh, that's what this is about.
I don't feel as bad as my friend that didn't know that "Hot to Go" by Chappell Roan was about sex. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that one. Yep. That one's straight in your face. I don't know how Chappell Roan is doing. I feel like I haven't heard from her in a minute.
She put a song out not too long ago.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck yeah.
Like a country song. It was pretty good.
Okay. Shit. Everybody had their little country moment lately.
Yeah. Everyone's trying to be Beyonce.
Yup. I mean, I would love to be Beyonce, but also not in a copying type of way. Okay.
Right.
So I'll go to my artist. I forgot. Where's my list? I'm looking. Sabrina Claudio.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna give me Sabrina Claudio because that's
I'm so sorry. You can edit
the
out
one
that
you're
sneeze.
always talking about all the time.
Yeah, I know.
But,
every day.
Yeah, I do like her though. I was not upset, but so I already kind of had this one locked and loaded before you even sent me the artist.
Yeah,
it's
like,
the
I know she gonna pick her.
Yeah. It's the acoustic version of "Tell Me."
Mm-hmm.
I just picked that one because I just thought it fit her voice better. I mean, the original version's good too.
Yeah.
I just really liked the acoustic. It was just very mellow, and I've been watching a lot of MTV's Unplugged lately, so
you've been on that vibe.
Kind of reminded me of that a little bit.
Yeah, no, this version of it is so pretty. I didn't even I knew that there had to be an original one, but the YouTube algorithm, ever since I found Sabrina Claudio, has always played this version of it. And then one day I heard the actual version, and I'm like, wait, is this it? I don't know, I never actively sought it out because I love the acoustic version. So yeah, both are nice, but this one definitely hits nicer.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see her in July.
Such a good voice. Oh, are you?
Yes, yeah. She's gonna be performing in Austin. She's opening weirdly. She is opening for Russ and
for Russ.
Yeah, and
oh, that sucks.
Sean Paul.
Sean Paul.
I think so. Yeah.
I have not heard that name in years.
Yeah. I'm gonna look again because I'm pretty sure it was. Man, I'm gonna feel really stupid if it's not Sean Paul, but I'm pretty sure it was. It was somebody random, and
Probably
I'm like,
is.
I'm like, what the fuck is that? But yeah.
Yeah, Russ seems pretty random too.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I mean, fuck it.
I'm not a big fan of him, honestly.
Okay, sorry, not Sean Paul. I feel like I'm an asshole. Y'all don't laugh at me. I'm Big Sean. Okay, Big Sean.
Oh, okay.
a little different than Sean Paul.
Makes a little more sense,
Yeah,
especially with
Russ. Yeah.
But Is Russ the headliner on that show?
I don't know. They don't really have it like on the flyer because I just have the flyer from like her page, and I feel like it might be Russ. Yeah, his name is kind of the biggest one on there.
That's surprising. I feel like Big Sean would be bigger than Russ.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like Russ is a little like newer and more. No, I hate to say relevant because that's an asshole thing to say because they both are like good, but I think he's just like more current. So maybe that,
I mean he's probably more relevant. I wouldn't argue that at all. Has Big Sean put anything out lately?
I don't know. Like, he's the one that had like a baby with Janae Aiko, right? Or am I tripping?
I don't know that much about him.
Yeah, I don't know. Clearly, I don't either because I don't. Big Sean Paul.
I just know
same person apparently.
Yeah, I just know that he's from Detroit, and I don't think he's still on Eminem's label. I think he left them. I'm not entirely sure, but I know he used to be on Shady Records.
Yeah, he is with Janae Aiko. They just had a baby not too long ago.
Okay.
So that's probably
I'm not sure who that is. That name sounds familiar, but I don't know if I know them. Because he was engaged to Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
wasn't
he was. Yeah, he certainly was. And then, at least dating. I don't know if engaged, but possibly engaged. I feel like Ariana Grande has been engaged a few times.
She has.
Everyone wanted
to marry. Is she married now?
No. Remember.
I thought she was.
She did get married, but then the whole like thing with like Ethan Slater, like the co-star. Oh man, I'm deep in the celebrity gossip.
Celebrity gossip.
Yeah, making me feel, It's okay. It's okay. She basically cheated on her husband with the co-star from Wicked, a co-star from Wicked. He plays like a munchkin, I think. I don't know.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah, I haven't either. I saw the musical when I went to New York last year.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite musical. I ain't gonna lie. Like it was a really nice production, but like I was like, I like Sweeney Todd. I like Sweeney Todd if we're going to talk about musicals.
Yeah, I've seen Sweeney Todd.
Mm-hmm. I'd love to see the Broadway of that. But anyways, off topic.
Yep. So the next artist I gave you is actually one of my favorites. His songs are not complicated, but I gave you Andrew WK.
Yes. Yeah, no, I liked it too. A song that I ended up choosing from Andrew WK was Everybody Sins. This was definitely one that a lot of the songs had like a similar vibe to it that it kind of reminded me a little like of like English or like Irishy rock, if that like makes sense.
Really?
Yeah, that's the kind of
he's from Michigan.
Okay,
Yeah.
It was like giving.
I just really like him.
Yeah, and the one
I like just like his. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're so good. No, the one that I picked, like that one gave me a like vibe from like I was gonna say that's like a 3-year-old song because it kind of was like reminding me of something that I would hear like in like 2009, 2010ish, where it had that like that heavier guitar like kind of riff at the beginning.
More of like probably a drop D tuning. I think it was like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Definitely a drop tuning, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. So I was enjoying that.
Yeah,
but
I just really like him because his songs that they do sound really similar. A lot of them do. I admit to that. Mm-hmm. But his whole thing is just to have fun. Yeah. That's all he wants to do. Is just fun, and
maybe that's why I'm getting it, like the drinking and the fun and the hey, like but like rock style version of hey.
Yeah, because like his biggest song is "Party Hard." It's like came out like the early 2000s, and a lot of his songs are about partying.
Yeah,
but he's also a motivational speaker too.
Oh, heck yeah, good for him.
And he's an extremely talented musician. I don't know if he still does, but I know the first like 2 or 3 albums of his, he played all the instruments on it. I don't know if he still does or not.
Oh, that's cool.
But he used to at least. Yeah, he's actually like a world-renowned piano player. He's played at like Carnegie Hall and stuff like that too.
Okay, Andrew WK.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I'm looking at the name of the album that this song came off of because I have the lyrics I pulled up here on Google, and it's called "God Is Partying," which that's
what I thought was off that one. I think that one also has "Music Is Worth Living For" on it, if I remember correctly.
I think I went past that song too. I think that's
a really good song.
It was. I was liking it. I was like, That is true. Music is worth living for.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I honestly kind of thought you were gonna pick that song just because of that.
Yeah, I was about to, but wanted to like listen to a few more and kind of get one that had like a little like different sound, and then I found that one. I was like, "Ooh, she's the one."
Yeah,
like
that
that one,
makes
like
sense.
it makes me like want to rock
Yeah.
out. But I'm looking at the thing too, and on Google it says that the genres is rock and Ukrainian rock.
Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I don't know. I haven't heard.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
but I could see like maybe that's where I'm getting the foreign aspect. But I don't know. Google also makes shit up sometimes. So
Yeah.
like the AI feature, which I use a little too. I use their AI like answers a little too trustingly. I don't question it. I'm like, okay, Google AI says, but I always start off if we're like trying to figure out a problem, I will start off with Google AI says this. If we want to look deeper, we can, or we could just take what Google AI says.
Yeah. According to Wikipedia, he's hard rock, pop metal, and heavy metal.
Yeah, I trust the Wikipedia a little more. That's from the people. That is from the people.
Yeah.
Who love the topic
Right.
that they are writing about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's someone else who I would really love to see live. I feel like I've watched a lot of his live videos again. He looks like he'd be a lot of fun to see.
Right. Is he? I mean, like that album is from 2021, so it's not like super old.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. He's
like,
still touring and everything.
heck, you gotta say, I bet he goes through Michigan a lot, considering he's from Michigan. Maybe.
Yeah, he is married. Oh my! Guess who he's married to?
Ooh,
Kat Dennings.
interesting. I like her. She's pretty.
She's very pretty. That's why
Yeah,
I'm surprised he's
I'm
married
like,
to her.
wow. Like he pulled a baddie.
Yeah, he did.
Pull a baddie with, not to objectify women because I appreciate women's bodies, and she has a very, very beautiful body and a very beautiful set of boobs, and we like her.
Yes,
Yeah, and she's also super
Yes.
fucking funny and a good actress. We love her.
she's hilarious. She's the only good part about that new Tim Allen show.
I didn't know that there was a new Tim Allen show.
Yeah,
Is it?
it's got a dude that played Stifler from American Pie in it too.
Dead. I'll have to check that out. That sounds lighthearted and fun and like, because I feel like she's in a lot of movies that are kind of like a little like what's the word I'm looking for? Like where they put the laugh tracks and shit behind, like sitcom-y.
Yeah, sitcom. Yeah.
And it works out. But I know she's been like more serious.
Wasn't she in Thor?
She was in Thor.
Yeah, she was.
In
That's
one of
right. I
them,
forgot.
like the Ragnarok.
I think she was in both. This first two, I think.
I don't know.
She was also in one of the Marvel TV shows. I think it was the Wanda.
Oh, WandaVision. That was a
WandaVision.
really
Yeah.
good one.
That was one of their better ones.
Yeah, no, I think that was one of the best things that Marvel put out in a very long time. Because it's
Yeah.
becoming a lot. It's becoming a lot, Marvel. We're tired.
Yeah. Yeah, I just watched the new Captain America. It was kind of boring.
Yeah, I have stopped keeping track. It's such a whirlwind of superheroes that everything's such a blur.
Too much.
All right. So my next
Well, anyways, yep. Go ahead.
my artist that I gave you, I should say, band Mars Volta, another one that I feel like I've brought up a couple times into this show.
Yes, you have, because they're your hometown heroes, aren't they?
They are hometown heroes. We're so proud of them, and they're touring again, which is so fucking cool. But what made you choose this?
Yeah. Oh, the song I chose was "Televators." I think I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just it was one that was kind of different for them.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit more subdued. I felt like,
Yeah, it can get a little
and
crazy.
not quite so crazy like their other songs do. Which
Yeah.
I'm not super familiar with them, but I really, really like the singer's original band At the Drive-In. They're one of my favorite
Yes.
bands.
There's At the Drive-In's amazing, and I think they released a song
Yeah.
like around, or a little album around pandemic, right? Like a little 3 or 4 song. Like
Yeah, they got back together for a little bit.
Yeah, I thought that was really, really nice. But yeah,
I saw them. I saw them play on their first farewell tour when they broke up back in like whatever it was, like 2003 or something like that, 2004.
yeah. That's
Yes,
been a minute.
I had to steal my brother's ID to get in because it was an 18 and up show, and I wasn't 18 yet.
I mean, I could
So I
see you
used my
pull it
brother's
off because
ID.
y'all look very similar.
Especially when we were younger,
yeah.
we did.
You know, they're like twinning a little.
Yeah,
But that's a nice advantage.
it's close enough where they did take a quick look at your ID and look at your birthday, and then that's about it.
Yeah, not question things. Did you ever get caught?
Yeah, I only did that one time
Wow.
because it was like their farewell tour, and I really wanted to see them. My friend really wanted to go, but he didn't have anyone to go with him, so I was like, fuck it. I mean, my brother's Walt is sitting right there.
Yep. Brother came through. Love that.
Like, let's try it. We're sitting there, tell me I can't get in, then I'll just go home.
Yep, exactly.
And it worked.
I love it.
And it was an amazing show. I would love to see Mars Volta sometime. I've heard they're great live too.
Yeah, I saw them last year when they opened for System of a Down, and so fucking good. So
Well, that'd be a good show.
yeah, they're doing a whole tour currently. Mars Volta is, and you should see if they are in a city near you, and you should go because they're so good.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see the lead singer because like. As we all do, we all age. And it's just like, oh
yeah.
friend. But like he's still out there doing his fucking thing. Like he's out there,
Yeah.
energy, vocals on point. It's just like funny, like and it's interesting seeing, you know, the aging process.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Mars Volta, I always kind of describe them as at the drive-in, but they learned how to play their instruments. Because at the drive-in, they really did not know how to play that.
Yeah,
They're not the greatest players at all, but they just
but they make
their
up
all
for
into
it.
it, which made it good.
They make up for it in creativity and like good lyrics and like cool like you know musical like transition. But yeah, Mars Volta definitely they all displayed their musical expertise in you know being experimental and all their crazy runs on the guitar. And it's great.
Yep, and they have cool music videos.
They had very
really
cool music videos, and they were also very tight because like they would just go on these like crazy like for like bars and bars of music, and I'm sure like it didn't even like count up to being actual bars, and they would just like all come right back in on time, like at the same time. I'm just like,
right.
Yes.
Yeah, they're definitely playing to a click, that's for sure.
I hope so, because I'm
they
like,
gotta be. For how you said they are very precise.
Yeah, but they have to have some kind of method. But yeah, I would.
Yeah, they changed the timing signature so many times throughout their songs. There's no way they're not playing to a click.
Yeah, for sure. They gotta be. It'd be cool to like sit in or like see like them in a session or in their practice room. Like they gotta be well practiced to be performing like that. Mm-hmm.
Are they all from El Paso or just Claudio?
I think Omar is from El Paso, and I want to say two of the like lead members like are from El Paso, and I don't know about like the drummer or.
Yeah, I think the guitar player is also from At the Drive-In too. I think.
Yeah, and I know that there has been like a little bit of like a
band,
switch around. Like I know that they're not all the same original members, but I think it
Right.
is majority. But I think there's only like 4
Yeah.
members anyways. It's not. a
Yeah,
huge
whenever I
band.
think of them, think of that scene from what was that Jonah Hill and Russell Brand movie? Get Him to the Greek.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Mhm.
Where like he's talking to his girlfriends, like, "Want to go see Mars Volta?" She's like, I don't know who that is. So he plays her on his little laptop speaker. He's like freaking out, and she's like, "I can't hear." He's like, "Yeah, it sounds better with bigger speakers."
No, yeah, I can imagine. Like you can't just show somebody like Mars Volta on like little crappy computer speakers or like on your phone.
Yeah, it was.
You need to be
It was
immersed.
a pretty funny scene.
I need to rewatch that.
Yeah,
That sounds funny.
kind of have to have some kind of.
I know. I was gonna say I'll
so
take a
in-
little
in the
gummy
brief-
and
Yeah.
and just do, that sounds like a nice way to end this Sunday. After we do this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Get Into the Creek on a gummy. And end the day
Yeah.
with that. That sounds great.
Yeah, unfortunately, my dispensaries are closed now because we had those here.
Oh yeah, is it
It's legal
I was
here.
gonna say, is it like recreationally legal over there?
Yes, it is.
Damn, Michigan all progressive over there. Texas ain't ever.
Yeah, and there's like 10 dispensaries in my town too. It's ridiculous how many
That's
there
a
are.
lot.
It's ridiculous. The new one just opened too. I saw.
Dang. You're like, do we need an 11th? Do we need an 11th?
Yeah, there's like one row. There's like 4 in a row,
That's crazy.
and we're not that big of a town. We're like,
yeah, I'm like,
I think like 15,000 people, so we're not that big of a
damn,
town.
like everybody must be like walking around high if they got that many for, and they're all still successfully open.
Yeah, yeah. We're also have the highest percentage of millennial millionaires in my town.
Wow, that's an interesting statistic.
Yeah. Well, it's per capita, so there's like 5 of them.
Right.
But since since our capita is so low, it makes it look higher.
That's true. That's interesting.
Yeah.
To know about little,
More you know.
right?
Yeah.
I forgot the You're not in.
I live in Traverse City.
Yes, Traverse City. One day I'm gonna have to like visit up there again. Do a little Mishy trip. Now that I'm a free bird.
Yeah, we go to Mackinac Island.
Yes, we always.
There's no cars allowed on the island.
Yes, gotta do it.
It's a really. Ever told you about that place?
Yeah, I knew about the no cars. I feel like, am I tripping, or was there like something else like having to do like technology wise, where it's like they're like they keep it kind of like old school, or is it really just like kind of the cars?
It looks like when you get off the boat, first thing you smell is fudge and horse shit. That's what it smells like.
Man, I would be
there's like
so
no
confused.
vehicles.
I'm like, do I like this or do I hate this?
It's like you're going. It looks like the main strip downtown here looks like you're going back in time. Once you kind of get outside of it, like because the island's only like I think it's like 8 miles around. I think it's not a very big island.
Yeah,
like you can easily ride a bike around it in like a couple hours. I've done it hundreds of times.
That sounds really nice and relaxing. Gotta do
it. It's just super expensive.
Oh no, yeah, islands tend to be.
Yeah, it's like $30 just to get on the ferry.
Man.
And then like the food over there because you can't go anywhere, so they're going to charge you as much as they can. It's a tourist trap at this point, but still really cool place.
I definitely have to get a caricature and a sepia toned cowboy picture.
They have those there. My friend did that not that long ago with her parents and her kid.
Yeah, I was like, if it's a tourist trap, they gotta have that.
Yep.
Too funny.
Anyways, so the next artist I gave you was I gave you L7.
L7, yes. So that one was really fun. I couldn't gauge what year because I feel like the YouTube videos are newer than the actual songs are. Am I correct?
The one you gave me was relatively newer.
Okay, sure.
They've been around since it's like the early 90s. They were during like the big grunge explosion.
I could see that, yeah. But I really liked like first off the title of the song just like grabbed me because I'm like, that sounds funny as hell. So I picked, by the way, from L7, the song called I Came Back to Bitch because like I feel like sometimes you walk away and you're like, no, you know what? No, I have some more shit to say. And, as the girlies tend to.
And I think that was like their comeback song, too. So it makes even more sense that they would call it that. Because they broke up for a while, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like being together as a band since the 90s, you're probably prone to breaking up here and there at least a couple of times.
Yeah.
But no, I really, really liked the style of it. I could tell that they kind of like stuck to like their roots because all their their songs have that same like vibe to it from like, that kind of 90s grunge. And so it's nice to see that they didn't like, I don't know, that they kept to like what they were true to, didn't like add like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of times when you hear
kind of grimy and rough sounding.
Yeah, like they didn't implement like technologies like, like heavy auto tuning or like random new like synthesizers and like shit like that. Like they just like came back and did their shit. And she was like talking her shit too. And like I enjoyed the like, you're not a rock star, but you're looking at one. And she's just like, yeah, like bad bitch mode.
Yeah, she's always had like that attitude. Like there's their song "Pretend That We're Dead." They played it in the early '90s. They played it on like a British TV show, and she like took her pants off during it and performed like bottomless during it. No, she's like literally like jamming out with her clam out, like literally.
Oh, is the full clam out?
Oh yeah, she takes everything off.
Oh shit! I thought maybe she was gonna be like in underoonies or something.
No, she took those off too. It's everything.
I'll have to find that.
She's just like up there just rocking it. It's on YouTube surprisingly.
I feel like YouTube lets like nudity happen, but you have to like mark it as 18 over. That's what I did on my bathtub video. I'm like, just in case. It's
like halfway through the song, you can tell she's doing it. Like you see her like reach for her pants, and then the camera immediately moves to someone else.
No, they censored her. I believe it. It's the UK. I mean,
you still see it. Like it still cuts back to her a couple of times, but it's really funny to me.
I love that. I wonder if they like banned her after that, or if they were like, fuck it. But what did we expect?
Europe's a bit more accepting of that stuff.
I would think they are. Like here.
I mean, I never been over there, but like I have friends from England and like other countries, and they've said that like nudity is fine on TV. Like Europeans aren't as uptight as Americans are when it comes to nudity.
Right, like the purity culture is crazy here. It's all like half the population in the world has clams. Like, get over it.
Yeah. And everyone has nipples.
Everyone has nipples. We were saying that earlier.
And butts.
Yep. And yeah, exactly. Like, why can't we let our nips and butts out? Although, apparently, Austin, you can walk around without a shirt if you wanted to as a woman. And
can you do that? I know you can in like New York City and a couple other places.
Like a few cities like that.
Austin's not very surprising, though.
Honestly.
That's a pretty liberal city.
I haven't seen it. I've been in Austin quite a few times lately, but one day I'm gonna be like, finally, I saw a topless person.
I've seen it in Vegas.
I have seen
on the strip.
Yeah, and like I've seen definitely like pasties in Vegas.
Like last time I was in Vegas, like I was there for work. From my work at the gym, I had to go manage one of their other gyms for like a week, and like my hotel is right off the strip, so I just walked to the strip, and like as I was going to get some food, this lady it's like 6'5" tall black lady with like her tits just hanging out was like yelling at people on the street.
Oh shit.
It was really weird.
Yeah, that's a lot, especially if you're yelling at people. Like, damn, that's extra aggressive doing it topless.
Yeah.
And you're just like towering over.
She may have been a hooker or on drugs. I'm not entirely sure.
You can probably be both, a hooker and on
drugs. Yeah, I mean, I had a hooker proposition me there during breakfast one time when I was in Vegas.
Not while eating my French toast and eggs.
Yeah, literally, I was sitting there at the buffet by myself eating my breakfast, and this lady comes up to me and is like, "Hey, you want to have some fun?" I'm like, "I'm already eating. I'm good.
Like, I am having fun eating.
I got bacon. I'm already having fun."
Yeah. And I'm offended that you would think that I'm not having fun at this moment. Actually.
Yeah, especially like morning hookers are not that great looking, surprisingly.
Yeah, I feel like she just like woke up or didn't even go to sleep. She probably just like continued from
her
previous night. Crazy.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Oh, anyways, back to
right. Sidetracking as we do. All right. So it's my turn to name a artist that I gave you. Where did the list go? Why? I feel like I sent that to you like in the text, and now I can't find. There we go. Purity Ring.
Yeah, which was surprisingly, I never heard of them before, but I really liked them, and I chose the song Stardew.
Yes.
Mainly because the video was amazing.
Yeah, their visuals are always really pretty, and I'm not even gonna lie, I hadn't heard that song. I didn't even know because they stopped releasing music. I feel like 2020 was about the last time that and it was like a cover, sort of. Like it was a sort of Deftones-ish cover. And that was the last thing I had heard from them. So like when you sent that song, I'm like, I haven't even heard this, and it's really fucking good.
It's kind of poppy, but it's really good. Her voice I like her voice a lot too.
Yeah, and I love like the kind of like delicate, like kind of like high pitchy, breathy. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very distinct, and the song like is very, very Purity Ring, like with the sweeping synths and just like the lyrics that I'm sure they have deeper meaning. I've never understood a single like meaning of any of their songs, but they're just really pretty to listen to, and they're so spacious.
Yeah, a lot of bands like that, I just like to vibe out to them and not really pay attention to what they're saying.
Yeah. No, I love Purity Ring. I saw them live because it's just like a two-person situation, just a girl and the producer, basically, who makes like all the instrumentals.
Yeah.
And so he's there with a bunch of like trigger pads on stage, and so it's just like really pretty. They make it very like fairy tale-ish with pretty like LEDs and kind of interactive like backgrounds that he like triggers things with, and yeah, it's really pretty. I took my mom to that concert, and she calls it her first rave, and I'm like, close enough. I was like, I can see, it's a baby rave.
It's got some EDM influence to it. I can hear it.
Yeah, for sure. And I would love.
Yeah, her voice kind of reminds me of do you remember the band Shiny Toy Guns?
I know the name, and I'm trying to remember songs from them.
Like the song that everyone seems to know is Ghost Town by them, but her voice kind of reminds me of that singer. Like they've had a couple different female singers in the band now, but like the one that did Ghost Town's what it kind of reminds me of. Mm-hmm. Her voice a little bit.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and listen because I know the name. Like I know they were I don't know about very big, but I feel like they were very big. Like I don't even know their music, but I know their names, so they must be somewhat notable.
They were on the radio.
There you go. So yeah, I'll need to listen back. But I'm really glad that you liked them and that you found like a song, and hopefully you can continue to jam out.
Yeah, they're probably actually my favorite one that you sent me.
Go Purity.
To be honest with you. Yeah.
Love that. But you should, if you didn't check out the like Deftones one, like I think it's like Go Get Your Knife or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did a cover like around 2020, and that was the last thing that I thought that they had like released. And so yeah, you should check it out. Good song.
Yeah, the song I sent you came out probably, it says 5 years ago, so probably 2020.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to do a little more digging because I really like them, and I like that they've like also kept to their style too. Good shit.
Yeah.
Next song.
They're a band you can dance
Oh
to.
yeah, for sure. And like I don't know, I love like cranking up the like when I'm driving. They're definitely one of my favorite driving bands, I guess.
Oh, I can see that. They got a good groove.
They do. It's so pretty. But yeah. And,
Yeah, well, speaking of cranking up,
yeah.
I gave you Charlie XCX
Yes.
for your next one, who is someone I really like her music. She's really grown on me the past couple of years, especially her last album, Brat.
Yes, she did so good. And we're so proud of Charlie because, like, she's been around for a really like a significant amount of time, and like she was in Fancy with like Iggy Azalea, or am I tripping?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's like that's the first thing I ever heard her in.
Yeah. I was like, that was the first thing, and then I feel like I never really like I heard the name like randomly throughout the years, but I like couldn't like name a song like from the past like few years, and then like Brat came out, and it's just like, oh shit, she's like she did her thing. She found like her sound, her peoples, and I also love that she's in the over 30 club. That's amazing because I think she's like 32, and I'm like, yes, I love.
She looks great. I mean, not that 32 is old.
Yeah,
I'm 37,
exactly.
so.
Like, but yeah, it's really nice because, like, you know, the music industry is so ageist, and like for somebody to like, you know, for some like she's been in it for a really long time, and like she had like, you know, a couple like breakout songs, but nothing that like really like was an individual thing until like fairly recently, where like everybody like knows a Charlie XCX song now at least, and so. Yeah. It's really nice.
And by the way, the song you chose was Pink Diamond.
Oh yeah, yep.
By the way, I just realized that.
Pink Diamond, yeah. So this was one where I was trying to find something that was a little bit less popular because of course she has so many like songs that are like millions and millions of views and listens.
Especially now.
Yes, exactly. So I just was like, I think I went about 10 songs in, and I'm just like, no, I need to find like that one. She has a lot of really, really unique sounding ones, like all definitely like partying like mode. But this one, I really, really liked the instrumentals in it. Like they're lyrically, it's whatever. I'm not even here for the lyrics on
it's all
this
over
one.
The place.
It's like I think she says the same thing over and over and over and over on this song, and that's totally.
It's about sex, I think. She mentions bra and panties, so I'm assuming it's about sex.
Yeah, probably. And because like literally, she says, I don't know, I just want to go real hard. I just want to go real hard. Like you know, I think she's talking about like fucking or drugs or both. Fucking while on drugs. I don't know.
Yep. And the song's the other one that had a really strong EDM influence in it.
Yes, I was really, really liking the instrument, like the production on this one. I don't even does she produce like her own things, or does she like work?
Yeah, I think she writes all her own songs and everything.
Yeah,
I think.
Been doing like the instrumentals and stuff, which like
I know. Brat, her last album, she wrote it to like kind of pay tribute to like the London, like 2000s London EDM scene, rave scene.
Playing homage to it.
Yeah.
She has a really good DJ set that she did at the Boiler Room. I want to say like, God, maybe like, it's definitely been within the past year, but maybe it is about a year ago that she did it. And
I don't know what that is.
So the Boiler Room, it's like a infamous like EDM venue. And they have like kind of mobile versions of it. I'm pretty sure it started in the UK somewhere, but they have like a Boiler Room Detroit or like Boiler Room like Dubai. You know, it's like different boiler, but like the original is like in the UK somewhere. And she did a DJ set. She ended up like it was like an hour and a half or 2 hour long set, and she kind of shared it with a couple of other DJs. But she was like the starting one. She like her first portion was maybe like 30-45 minutes, and like she fucking killed it. Like it was hype as hell.
Yeah.
It was so good. And then like I think she had her fiance who is an actual like DJ, like I guess that's his main thing. And so he went on, and then she had like some other like friend of hers that kind of had a little bit of a different style of DJing. It's like a little more like lighthearted, like fast paced, like kind of like I don't know what the newer style of like of music where it's like high pitched like vocals, like definitely pitched up and like kind of like really fucking fast to where you're like trying to like keep
Yeah.
up. You're like, wait, what the fuck is going on? And it just sounds like kind of like a little like glitchy and computery. I don't know. So yeah, she had like one of those people.
Yeah,
on too.
that made its way through hip hop back in like the mid 2000s with like Kanye West. Like they would take like old like R&B and soul songs and speed up the voices, so it's like the Chipmunks or something like that.
Yes, exactly. And like it kind of reminds me again of like Blood on the Dance Floor like style, like beats in the background, but then with like high pitched vocals. I don't know. It got a little bit crazy there. I may have like fast forwarded through that person's through like after a little bit. I'm like, okay. Let's like, and then Charlie XCX like finishes out the set. But it's really really good. If you have if you have time like to just like jam out, it was good. It was definitely.
Yeah, I watched their Coachella set this year and it was pretty good.
I am.
These songs that they posted on their YouTube page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to go and check out like all the sets because those are like top tier performances with the good sound. And all that.
Yeah, she did that guest song she has with Billie Eilish, which I really
like that song a lot. They did their thing on that. Like I think
they did.
That's definitely one of my favorite songs of this year so far. Or last year, it was released last year, but I think I got more into it this year.
Same.
Late to the party.
And speaking of Coachella, Lady Gaga had an amazing set this year for Coachella.
I heard that was really good. And like Doja Cat too, or was that Coachella of last year that people were like flipping out about how good it was?
I think she was last year.
I can't believe.
But I'm kind of impartial when it comes to the Lady Gaga set because one of my good friends did the costumes for it.
That's so exciting! I love that for them.
So I'm kind of like impartial towards it just because of that fact.
Yeah. Hey, that is a valid reason, and that's such a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
Friend.
Yeah. Yeah. That she said it was the hardest thing she's ever done.
Oh, I can imagine the pressure.
Longest day she's ever had.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
All right. So the next artist is Katseye.
Yeah, this one was hard. This was not one of my favorite ones by yours. Not
I have
bad.
to throw in like a little wrench in there. I'm like, I don't know, something about Katseye. They're like so fucking cute and like definitely like K-pop, and they're like new to K-pop like recently, like in the past year, and they're like out here like doing their
they're like people from all different countries in it too, which was kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the things I really like about them, is that it's like diverse K-pop girl group.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the song I chose was Tonight I Might. Mm-hmm. Just because, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of myself where like, tonight I'm going to actually go out and have fun instead of sitting at home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because that's what I do 99% of the time is sit at home.
Same. I always have goals of being like, I'm going to go and like randomly go to a rave on Saturday. And then I definitely do not.
Same. I was like, I'm going to go to the bar tonight, have a couple of drinks, and maybe talk to someone sitting next to me at the bar. But then next thing I know, it's 11:30. I'm
and you're comfy
in my shorts. Yep, I'm in bed reading a book. And I forgot I was going to go out tonight.
Yeah, no, literally. I had like another artist friend, another singer. She lives like in I believe in Waco, which is like an hour and a half from here. And she comes to Dallas a lot. And she invited me to a rave, or no, just to go out. I think the first night she invited me to a rave, but I couldn't. And then the next night she's like, oh, well, we're going to go out. Like, so, I'll let you know the details. And then she ended up canceling. Like, I was totally ready to do it. I was ready, but then she like ended up canceling. She's like, oh, I'm going to actually go with some family instead. I'm like, 100% okay. Totally okay.
She lives in Waco?
Like in Dallas. Like she was visiting Dallas.
Yeah, but she lives in Waco, though?
In Waco. Mm-hmm.
Is she part of the cult?
I don't think so. I know exactly which Waco you're talking.
You don't know about that?
Yeah, no. It was the one that had like the whole like shootout and stuff, and they like killed.
Yeah.
The police killed kids and stuff.
Yeah, they were a spin-off of the Church of Latter-day Saints, I think, or Seventh-day Adventists.
Like, when it started as that, and then it went off the rail. But yeah, no, I forgot that was Waco. But yeah, definitely was Waco. Yeah. But no, she is, as far as I know, not part of that cult. But you never know. You never know.
That's a good thing. I mean, I don't think they're really around anymore. I think they all died.
Sorry, that's not funny, but
Kind of is.
I know. I'm like, we could laugh. There's been enough time. There's been enough time.
It's like watching little kids fall down.
Yeah.
You shouldn't laugh, but you have to.
Yeah, that's a hard one to contain. And I feel like the parents also are about to laugh with you. They're laughing with you. They understand that it is funny.
That's like all my TikTok is. It's just little kids falling down. It's all the algorithm gives me, and I love it.
I saw one where I don't know, it was just like fun like Easter time like date idea, and it's like go to the mall and like sit around where the Easter bunny picture photo place is and just like have a drink and eat and watch kids freak out when they meet the Easter bunny.
That's hilarious.
I know. I was like, that sounds funny as fuck. Because, like, all the Easter bunny costumes are really actually, like, scary. And I could I could see why kids dread the moment. Because it's scary. They don't make it look cute.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we love laughing at other people's misfortune. Other little kids' misfortune. Because they got everything. They're good. They're good in general. They'd be all right. All right, so
next one. So the last one I gave you was Mazzy Star.
Yes.
Who they were a band in like the mid '90s. Like they had a couple of decent hits, but never really fully broke through.
Yeah.
Oh shit! My cat just scared the shit out of me.
I was like, I thought I heard a cat
off the keyboard.
No. Did she stop the recording?
No, I'm good.
But yeah. The song that I picked from them was Wasted. And a lot of, like, as I was going through all of the, like, songs pretty much on that same album, definitely, at first I was like, they have Lana Del Rey vibes. But, like, I think Lana Del Rey has that vibe. Because, I don't know, just like, they were obviously much before she came along.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just very, very reverby. And just very dreamy, like, you know, like
kind of bluesy too a little bit.
That's why I picked this one. This was the one that like kind of was different from the other, like the bluesy like cadence, like with like the distortion.
Yeah.
It gave me, I'm trying to remember like which Jimi Hendrix song like the like guitar riff reminded me of, but like it immediately like drew me in like from like the guitar like going on in the song. And then the vocals.
I love her voice too.
Yes, no, she has a beautiful,
very pretty voice.
Mm-hmm. Like light, airy. That's like a album that you could like melt into and just like let it take you away.
That's kind of what they were known for, like just very like I don't want to say chill because they were pretty. They had some pretty like heavy topics, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like I remember reading that they had some pretty heavy topics and stuff in most of their songs.
Yeah, I need to read through because I have like the lyrics literally like pulled up here. I was gonna try to go them like through them. I can't talk through them before we started recording, and I didn't really get around to it. But yeah, I did listen through the song a few times, and it was really nice. I liked everything about it, but I do need to see what they're talking about. I'm gonna figure out what they talk about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think two of the members are dead now. I think they both died from cancer. I believe. I think only the girl's alive now.
Yeah, I was. I forgot why I was googling them, but I saw that like it was like talking about like the tragic story of like Mazzy Star. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't like get around to reading the tragic story of, but I was like, man, I have to go back because she looks so happy and healthy. Like, did she die?
Yeah.
Or
no, she's still alive. She's still making music, I think.
Love that for you. But yeah, I'm glad. I mean, I hate that other people in the band died, but the way that the headline like was making it sound like it had a picture of her in like black and white. And
yeah,
I'm like,
I know what you're talking
like,
about.
Why are you making it like clickbait?
Yeah, I thought she was dead until I was reading their Wikipedia page today before we started.
Yeah. Brushing up on our music history.
Yeah.
So no, it was very pretty to listen through like everything, but this one definitely a favorite out of all of them. It just stood out. And
another good song to take an edible to, or good band.
Yeah, I feel like that would be nice to like have a little smoky smoke and just like let it take you away on a pretty little adventure. I love that.
Yep.
So my last artist that I recommended, and we talked a little bit about it at the beginning, was Giveon. I recommended that, not you.
Yeah.
So,
Very good, very amazing singer again. Great voice. Does he write his own music?
I think so, and like he talks about like real shit in his shit, like a lot of breakup music, but I don't know. His voice is very unique. I really like the back of the throatness sound of it, and like the vibrato.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In the song I chose was "At Least We Tried," and I just thought it was a great song. It was kind of like, it was all about like, yeah, it didn't work out, but we're still friends. At least we tried it, but
right,
it just wasn't for us.
Exactly, and that's like some real shit.
But you would never know if you don't try.
Yep. And I think we have all been there. And I think you'd be singing about like, real shit. One of my favorite ones that I've been like having on repeat lately is from him is called 20s. And it's so fucking pretty.
Oh, listen, that was a good one.
It's so good, right? I'm like, the feels. But you could like hear the soul like in the song.
Yeah.
And in all of his songs, he just like puts his heart into it, and you can just like tell like that he's singing about shit that like he's gone through. And
yeah, this was another. It was hard to find one for opposite reasons Cat's Eye, because I liked them all.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to pick just one.
Yeah. No, it really was. It was fun, like, hearing all these. I think the hardest one, honestly, for me was Charlie XCX, because all of these, I'm just like, I could, like, party to this. Like, all of them, I could see myself just partying and going a little too crazy. But that and Jamiroquai. I'm like, I can't get off.
It's a weird name.
But yeah, that one I had the most, between those two, I had the most trouble finding one that I really, really liked.
Yeah.
But no, I love Giveon, and I want to do a little bit more deeper diving on that. I feel like I
think I'm going to also.
I mean, I feel like the worst like fan of artists, because I don't go and listen to as many songs as I should. Like I kind of like end up hearing one on a mix, and then I like hyper focus on that instead of going and being like, what else have they done? Because like artists usually, like, I feel like a lot of their like more popular songs aren't even like their best songs. Like they're just like the ones that the label or like management or something wanted them to push because they knew it would be more commercially like successful, and that's what it's about.
Usually it's usually more of the catchy songs that get pushed on the radio.
Exactly, and it's just like
compared to like they could be good. They're good. A lot of them are good songs too, but like they definitely there's. I mean, at least to me, there's always like better like deep cuts on the album that you can find usually.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool thing about like albums versus singles. Like they get to do the ones that their actual passion like songs that they know aren't gonna be like crazy, but they get to get like it out of their system. They get to get it like onto like recorded, and just like those are some of their favorites. But yeah.
Yep.
So I think that was it for all of our artists, right?
Yeah. It was.
But yeah, that was a really fun one. I enjoyed like digging.
It was.
And listening to more music.
Yep.
Instead of just like.
Yeah, we'll have to not wait 3 months again next time.
Yeah, no, for real. Let's do it sooner, because the next one I think we're gonna do is like the drinking ones, right? Like songs that
I got a few like I want to lined up. I was gonna pitch to you, but the drinking one I want to do next. I think that'd be a fun one.
Yeah, no, my next couple months should be a little bit more chill. This is like a crazy start to the year with like releasing like the new music.
I mean, it's good for you. I mean, you were busy with your music. That's good.
I have, but no, everything will be a little bit chilled out for the like next couple of months until I put out the next song.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be cool, and we'll not wait 3 months next time. Let's wait just like a couple months get the next one out. But well, thank y'all for listening and bearing with us while we totally went off topic like at least 15 times.
That's what we usually do that anyways.
Zero focus, zero.
Yeah.
Right.
And I finally figured out my audio problem, so it won't be staticky the entire time this time.
Yeah, we're working through things, y'all. We're working through things.
Yeah, I had a new computer, a new DAW and everything, so I was still learning it, but I've spent some time past 2 weeks playing around with it.
Yeah, that's literally all we can do is just like push buttons and knobs until we figure out what the fuck is going on with this shit. That's audio engineering, people.
Yep. Pretty much, yeah. Just push something you don't know what it does until it sounds
Yup.
good.
Well, thank y'all so much, and until next time.